Hello! Welcome to a new trip we are taking. This will be the first of many in this US trip series. For those new here, I'm Chris. I'm not a professional vlogger, really far from it. I do travel with my wife. We enjoy traveling, but we forgot all that we have done and seen, and we have done and seen some nice stuff. So over a year ago I decided to start to vlog our trips and to share them on YouTube for those who like it. I do enjoy making these videos, but it's all new to me, so hopefully you will have seen a small improvement over this past year. The trip series started off in the last video when we did the positioning flight from Amsterdam Schiphol to London Heathrow. Today we are traveling in the, notorious first class on British Airways to Atlanta, Georgia in the USA, so let's get going. First thing we have to figure out is getting from Terminal 5 to Terminal 3 here at Heathrow. We are taking the Heathrow Express for this. It's free, but you do need a ticket to clear the barriers. And of course, Mr. World Traveler went to the wrong machine. That was for the Oyster card top up, but just next to it is the ticket machine for the free tickets for the Heathrow Express, and it was very easy to use once I found it. Piccadilly and the newer Elizabeth line also travel between the terminals, however I'm not sure if they're free, let me know in the comments if this is the case. Just down there, there are lifts that will take you straight down to the platform. Then just scan the ticket and we're through. I managed it, so everybody should manage it. Now let's go find a seat on the train. Heathrow Express is a train which I think is very handy. It takes you to London Paddington Station in just under 20 minutes. It leaves from Heathrow every 15 minutes from Terminal 5 and only stops at Terminal 3 and 4. On the other end, the signage is very clear towards the terminal. Pro tip, keep your ticket close by you, as you will need it again to scan out, so don't throw it away. And I will admit, I threw away my ticket on a previous trip. That's how I found out the hard way. Total trip time from buying the ticket at Terminal 5 and exiting the lift in front of the Terminal 3 was 22 minutes. We were a little bit disappointed that we would not have access to the Concorde room here at Terminal 3, that's only at Terminal 5. The Concorde room, for those that don't know, is a very fancy lounge reserved for those who travel in first class on British Airways or one of its partner airlines. It is a very nice perk, but however we are traveling from Terminal 3, so no Concorde room for us. The first class check-in was pretty much hidden. We had to ask where it was. Of course, we passed it about 3 times with not spotting it, so time for some glasses. Once checked in, we got lost trying to find security. I'm starting to notice a little pattern here with me getting lost all the time. It seemed we had to go upstairs. Security wasn't too bad, and after that we were dumped in the middle of the terminals and had to find our way towards the lounge. And of course I was struggling to find the lounge, so I think I have to settle that it's not a bad signage, it's just me. Traveling in the first class gives you access to all the One World lounges here at Terminal 3. There's the Qantas Lounge, the Cathay Pacific Lounge, American Airlines Lounge, and of course the British Airways Lounge. You're actually free to use any of them, or you can visit them all. I know of people that have done that. We went first to the Qantas Lounge. It was lunchtime, but the restaurant, the first dining, isn't open yet as the flights go out later in the day, but the bar and the buffet was open. We just came for the coffee, and they've got some good coffee here, so we both had a cappuccino. It was very busy when we arrived, and with busy I mean there were long queues for the toilets. But it was almost empty when we left, so I guess a lot of flights went out around this time. Next up was the British Airways First Lounge, for some the least favorite lounge here at Terminal 3. At the reception we got an invitation for first dining, which was totally new for us. They sent us to the back of the lounge, so on our way there. It was actually a full service. We both ordered the smoked salmon, and they did have some gluten-free bread for my wife. It actually looked like someone pressed a plate on my salmon, so I asked for a new one. Very strange. The view here was excellent, so we decided just to stay here. I had some champagne, and we enjoyed the view until it was time to board. We enjoyed the stay. It reminded us of a mini Concord room dining section. However, there was just only one person that was serving us, and she was just overworked because she had to serve for everybody as she was just on her own. After a not so bad walk, something kind of happened that annoyed me. It wasn't the plane gate, it was a bus gate, and we were directed onto the bus as we got there. And I actually do like a bus gate. You drive over the platform, so it's a nice way to get up close to the airplanes. But this bus took us to Terminal 5. Yes, the terminal where we woke up this morning, we had to take a whole train to get to Terminal 3, and now we're back where we started this morning. Of course, in hindsight, there was an equipment change, so they did what they could do, but it was a little bit annoying. At the plane, they kept us on the bus for at least 15 minutes as the plane wasn't ready yet. Luckily, it wasn't too hot because it would have been horrible to be stuck in the bus for 15 minutes on the platform in the summer. And in the end, it was all good. It was nice to climb up the stairs and have a good view of the aircraft and their massive GE90 engines.
Hello, welcome. Thank you.
After being shown to our seats, it was time to settle in. The seats are in a 1-to-1 configuration in first class cabin. I do like these seats, but they're getting quite worn now. We are flying on the Boeing 777-200. These are the older versions seats that they have. The newer version is found on the 777-300 series, and that has a suite door. You get a decent noise cancelling headset to watch the movies with. You get a blanket and a pillow, an Amenity kit, and also there are slippers and a pyjama on request. They will also make up your bed, and that will include a nice pillow, a mattress and a duvet. The screen was nice and responsive and had a good resolution that can be different on the different planes. Filming the takeoff and the landing was almost going to be impossible due to the construction of the window, and also the rain and darkness on arrival didn't help a lot. Well, time to stop moaning and to enjoy the flight. The menu is looking good for the flight. The wines, however, I prefer to drink red wine, and compared to the very good champagnes they have, almost $300 a bottle, the red wines were not in the same class. Let's have a look at the Amenity kit that you get. These are his and hers versions, and they're actually filled to the brim. There's a facial exfoliator, moisturizing, lip balm, shaving cream, no razor, eye cream and a miniature deodorant and an excellent eye mask. Also socks, a comb, a toothbrush with toothpaste, those are wrapped up in the paper, a pen and earplugs. I will do a giveaway when we hit 4,000 subscribers, and I will make a prize of the sealed female version of the first class Amenity kit and a first class pyjama. Give a thumbs up if you like the idea. After a round of drinks and some nibbles, about an hour and a half into the flight, it was time to eat. First thing was the mousse-bouche. I wasn't really impressed with this one. It was goat cheese with pear and fig. It lacked a lot of flavor, to be honest. My wife, however, who has to eat gluten-free, enjoyed her beet and fruit-based mousse. Maybe it's just me that is very picky. Things made a big 180 with the starter. I got maybe the best bite I ever had on a plane. It was the Earl of Stoneham British Wagyu Carpaccio. That came with artichoke, parmesan and a horseradish cream. It was absolutely wonderful. It was so beefy flavoured and soft, and a lovely melt in your mouth fat. I absolutely enjoyed this dish. My wife got a grilled vegetable and quinoa starter. She liked it. There was a lot of sauce with it, so that is always good for her. But I do start to wonder if the vegetarian, vegan and gluten-free meals might be the same in first class. For my main, I had the Herefordshire beef fillet with crispy potatoes and a creamy pepper sauce. It doesn't look too good on the video, but it was very good. They can't fry or grill a steak, of course, on the airplane, but this is as good as it got with the means of preparation in a microwave, and an absolute testament to the quality of the meat. The potato and sauce were also very good. The vegetables, Well, my wife's mains certainly wasn't vegetarian. She enjoyed the lamb with a mint sauce. She absolutely thought it was very good. I ended my meal with some cheese, skipping the sweet dessert. The cheeses were okay. I was hopeful that they're going to put in some brilliant cheeses, but they were just okay. My wife's dessert, however, was an absolute disgrace. It's the good old baby food pretending to be a dessert they serve in all classes, and in first class it's just an insult to give somebody this. This is so not necessary for gluten-free people, and you can literally go to the IKEA and get a dessert there for a couple of pounds, so it's absolutely no excuse for a BA serving this to its passenger. Yeah, I said it before, in all classes. Well, the dessert is actually the only thing I could moan about. The rest of the food, both for me and my wife, was very good. We enjoyed it. After the meal, I do think I slept for an hour. And I also want to mention the crew. They were really great, very professional, and a dash of humor and kindness, which is very British Airways like, in my opinion. No, they did a really great job and made us very comfortable. Well, I tried to connect to the internet, but it turned out it wasn't working this whole flight. With almost an hour left in the flight, a light meal was served. As a starter, I chose the Dorset smoked salmon with crab and avocado. I really enjoyed it. It was very nice. On the gluten-free side, my wife got what we think was a tzatziki salad with cucumber and fruit. It's very hard to find out what exactly she gets to eat, as it is a special meal, so there's no menu to look back at. Her main was something with shrimps. She liked it as well. All her food came with enough sauces all over the place, which is good, especially with gluten-free airline food. It can be very dry, and it was very dry in the past. I went for the wild mushroom lettuce pie, and the crust was very crisp, and basically I covered the whole first class cabin with the lettuce pie. Not a good thing for my gluten-free wife, but in the end the filling was too rich for me. I couldn't finish it. It was a good dish, but too filling or too rich for me. It was a very good flight. Again, I really enjoyed the crew. I really enjoy British Airways first class, but not at full price. We can't afford that, or any first class actually at full price. We book our tickets almost a year in advance. We make it a part of a BA holiday package, and of course use a different entry and an exit airport. That all can bring the cost down very well. And in the end it cost us just a little bit more than a business class ticket would cost. We would love to compare British Airways first class to other first class with other airlines, but at the moment that isn't within our reach, but maybe in the future. So that's a little insight in how we can afford to fly first class. There's a lot of criticism on British Airways first class. Some of it I think is very just and very recognizable, especially on the ground experience. I think that can be very bad compared to what other airlines are offering. And other things, I think the food can be very good on British Airways, but no caviar. We're going to be landing soon at Atlanta Airport, the world's most busiest airport. The total flight time of this flight was 9 hours and 5 minutes. and tomorrow we're going to fly on from here to Orlando in Florida.
Securely fastened until the fasten seatbelt signs have been switched off.
Each arrival at every airport is always different. It's always going to surprise how we're going to get to border control. It's going to be a train, a people carrier, a monorail, or just a very long walk. But today it was all good, just a short 3-minute walk. Border control was empty, so we were straight through, which was very good. Good thing for that sign. I was just about to sit, climb and play on the carousel. We're spending the night at the Marriott Gateway Hotel, which is close to the airport, and there is a train that will take you there in 5 minutes. So come with us and we'll end this video showing you how to get from the airport to the Marriott Gateway Hotel. Well, me being me, of course, I'm lost. We couldn't find any signage to the train, so we asked and they replied that we had to take a bus. So I was sure that she misunderstood me and that we were asking for a hotel shuttle, but I said no, a train is going to take us there. Of course my wife, who's much smarter than me, figured it out. As we were at the international terminal, we had to take a bus to the domestic terminal, and there we could take the train to the hotel. So we took a bus ride which took about 20 minutes to the other side of the airfield to get the train that would take us to the hotel in 5 minutes. Once we were kicked out of the bus at the domestic terminal, we were very close to the Skytrain entrance, and eventually after a 5-minute journey we were at the hotel. We didn't vlog this hotel. We were very tired when we arrived. It was around 9 o'clock local time, but for us it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, we couldn't bother vlogging this one. In the next video we are traveling from Atlanta to Orlando, and very exciting, on a Boeing 767. It's been a long time that I have traveled on a Boeing 767, and it has light flat seats on this very short flight. So do let me know your experiences with British Airways in first class. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you in the middle on it? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Do like if you like the video, and do subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I will see you next time. Bye bye.